Instead of speaking about Parshas Vayikra, since it's very close to Pesach, I would like to mention some halachas of Pesach, Sfirah, Yomtov, and Yomtov, which are possibly new revelations. First of all, on Erev Pesach we make a siyum b'chayrim. What do you serve at the siyum? I found in the Haggadah Shel Pesach, called Yene Shel Torah, that in the footnote he brings down V'dai b'suda shel peres u'chadayma v'ein tzorach pas b'davka. It's not necessary to have bread at this siyum, but peres u'chadayma, v'dai b'suda shel peres u'chadayma. It's enough with a meal of fruits and something similar. Maybe, I don't know, but maybe similar means even Pesach cakes, which are not really mezainis, shahakal cakes. Maybe they're good too. Anyway, to me this was a revelation that we can use fruit. Okay, another something, possibly a new revelation, when it comes to B'dikas Chametz. Everybody, of course, looks bechurin, was dakin, they look all over in the cracks to see if you can find chametz. But I found in this wonderful sefer, Shloshim Yom Kodim L'Chag, he brings down on Daf Daled, Bizmanenu yesh noihagim shemenichem yud petitim shel chametz. In our times, the custom is that we put down 10 pieces of bread of chametz. Uboitkin b'leil yudalet b'havora ba'alma, and we search. We make b'dikas chametz, and on the surface type of search, v'seimchin al ma shehanoshim menakreis v'rechtzes hakel kodim l'chein, and we rely on the fact that the women have cleaned the house thoroughly beforehand. So it's sufficient, it's enough to just be b'dikas havora ba'alma on the surface. V'yesh lehem amal d'smech, he brings down that you can rely on this, and he brings in the Mara Mekaymus on the bottom, Ayin Shari Tshuva, Aruch HaShulchan, Das Torah, Chachma Shlema, etc., etc. Sharat Tziyun, Pischei Tshuva. Anyway, that to me was another revelation, that since the women clean the houses beforehand, so it's enough, the B'dikas Chametz with the B'dika can be on the surface type of B'dika. Another new revelation regarding regarding Sfirah Ha'omer. Regarding Sfirah Ha'omer, everybody knows that the Avelis during Sfirah, the morning period of Sfirah, is 33 days. Now, how you observe this morning is different customs. To have 33 days of mourning. Some start the first 33 days of Sfirah, which means from the second day of Pesach until Lag B'Omer. And there's another custom that starts from Rosh Chodesh Iyar, and goes until Shavuos. Within those there are different variations. Lag B'Omer is no mourning, but the point I want to bring out is there's a What happens if somebody wants to change from one year to the next? Last year he started the morning period of Sfirah from the first day of Sfirah, from the first day of Yomtov, second day of Yomtov, and some say you start from Rosh Chodesh until Shavuos, and he brings down here on Daf Kuf Ches B'Shem the Igris Moshe from Reb Moshe Feinstein, Reb Moshe, that Kol HaMinhagim Halalu Heim Be'etzim Minhag Echad Mitam Echad. All these minhagim, all these customs of how you observe the 33 days of mourning is it's all one minhag mitam echad. It's one reason for all of them. The only difference between these customs is how you observe, how you divide the 33 days, from the beginning or from Rosh Chodesh. V'chein, therefore, it brings down from Reb Moshe, whoever wants to change his custom from year to year, he can do that. He brings it from the Igros Moshe, and he says where the address is, where it is. In other words, since the 33 days is only the difference between the minhagim, is the 33 days is how you. It's one minhag that the Avelis is 33 days, but it's only the machlekes is the difference of opinion is which way you reckon the 33 days. So therefore, since it's all one thing to mourn for 33 days, if you want to change your minhag, you can. If you want it one year, do it one way, from the beginning of Pesach until Lag or from Rosh Chodesh until Shavuos, you can change from year to year. This is brought from Revelations. Okay, another interesting halacha is in the Shulchan Aruch, and I'm looking in the Kitzer, it's probably in the big Shulchan Aruch too, in the Kitzer it's let's see, it says on Yomtov there's a mitzvah of Chetzil Hashem and Chetzil Lachem. Half of the time on Yomtov you should be Isaac B'Torah, and the other half you should be Isaac in Achila and Shtia, and that's a mitzvah. It's a mitzvah to conduct oneself that way. So the Kitzur Shulchan Aruch, and probably the Shulchan Aruch, the big Shulchan Aruch too, in Kitzur it's Kuf Gimel. Ukshu Eichel Halacha Tes. Ukshu Eichel V'Shaisa, when he eats and drinks on Yomtov, Chayev Lahachil Gam Lager LaYosem V'Ma'amona Im Sha'or Ho'aniyim Ho'amulalo. He brings a pasuk. It is our duty to invite, to provide also for the orphan, the widow, and other needy people. And that's a chiyuv. That's an obligation. Avol mi shenoyel dalsech hatzerei, one who locks the doors of his courtyard. V'eichel v'shaisahu v'ishtei ubanav. He only has home, his wife, and his children. Ve'enei machil u'mashkil aniyim u'lamorei nefesh. And he's not inviting poor people and unhappy souls to join him with his Suda. Ein zu simchas mitzvah. This is not rejoicing in a mitzvah, ela simchas kreisai. This is just rejoicing in his own stomach, in his own gluttony. V'simcha kazais, such rejoicing, called kolain hulahem, it's a disgrace. And he brings a pasuk. So, everybody should see that it shouldn't be only their family, but they should invite others to join them and be mesameach on Yomtov. Okay, the last halacha that is important. This is in Daf Pei Gimel, in the same Sefer Shleishim Yom Kedim L'Chag, regarding Chatzais. We all know that it says in the Shulchan Aruch, Lihi Zoher, to be careful. Be very careful. L'echel afikayman kedem Chatzais, to eat the afikayman before Chatzais. And the question is, what happens if you can't? The Haggadah is taking so long, and we're in the middle of a meal, and let's say Chatzos is 1 a.m. like it is this year here in Queens. If you're at 1:45 and you're still in the middle of the Suda, what can we do? So there's a famous Avnei Nezer who gives us a solution how we can possibly work it. That we're in the middle of the meal, we're in the middle of the Haggadah, and still we should be able to eat the Afikaiman before Chatzais. Okay, just in short, very short, there's a machlekes in Gemara and Pesachim between Revalations ben Azariah and Rabbi Akiva. Revalations ben Azariah says that the Korban Pesach can only be eaten until Chatzais. Everything, the whole Seder, matzah, maror, and afikaiman have to be eaten before Chatzais. And we paskin. Rabbi Akiva argues on this and says that the mitzvahs of the evening, Korban Pesach and matzah, maror, afikaiman, everything is all night, kol halayla. We could eat it all night. Machlekes Revalations ben Azariah says until Chatzais. Rabbi Akiva says all night. We paskin lahalocha harbe migdalei harishonim, many rishonim, many great rishonim paskin like Revalations ben Azariah, and that's why in the Shulchan Aruch they paskin lochein tzorach lihizoya ma'od lechel matzah u'morav afikaiman koydem Chatzais. Comes along the Avnei Nezer. Avnei Nezer says an ingenious thought of how we can do this mitzvah of eating, no matter where you're holding, to eat the afikaiman. We can eat the afikaiman before Chatzais. If it's, let's say, if it's 1:45, let's say 1 is Chatzais, 1 a.m. is Chatzais. If he sees that it's close, he should eat 1:45 a kazayas matzah for an afikaiman on condition that this should be for the purpose of the afikaiman. Only if the halacha is like Revalations ben Azariah. 1:45, he stops what he's eating, takes matzah, takes the afikaiman, eats the afikaiman, and makes a condition that this is the afikaiman only if the halacha is like Revalations ben Azariah, that you have to be finished by Chatzais. After that, he ate the afikaiman. He should wait until a minute after 1. And then he could continue his Suda, and he will eat a second Afikoman and say that this Afikoman that I'm eating now is according to Rabbi Akiva. And the reason this helps is because Memonavshach, any way you look at it, he will fulfill the mitzvah. If the halacha is like Rebbe Elazar ben Azariah, he fulfilled the mitzvah with the first Afikoman. He ate at 1:45 a.m. And once the halacha, according to Rebbe Elazar ben Azariah, once Chatzos passes, there's no Isur Achila after Chatzos, because the mitzvah is Kvar Nigmara. The mitzvah of Pesach and Matzah, Mara, everything is finished by Chatzos. So after Chatzos, he can continue his Surah again. And if the halacha is like Rabbi Akiva, he's Yaitza with after Chatzos, when he continues his Suda and he eats the Afikoman again, he's Yaitza according to Rabbi Akiva. So this is a beautiful, ingenious understanding of how to be Yaitza the Afikoman. If you're very close to 1 and you can't finish, so Mamanavshach, you should eat the Afikoman then, and then wait till after Chatzos. After Chatzos, there's no more mitzvah. Nigmara ha-mitzvah, there's no more mitzvah according to Revelations Elazar ben Azariah, so you could continue and continue the meal and eat before the night is over, and you yaitza according to Rabbi Akiva.